Hey you guys, it's Andres from the Strength Cave here, and I wanted to make another video for you guys today that addresses something that I see really far too often when it comes to new clients that I get, or even just people who ask me questions out there on Instagram and stuff like that. And so today's topic is on the 3 signs that you need to stop lifting heavy. And so that's not really something that people like to hear, not something that people, want to do. It's a lot of people just want to lift heavy every single day because it makes you feel good and makes you feel like you're, on top of the world and you can tackle anything. But unfortunately, for some people, they're ignoring these signs and they keep driving themselves into the ground, and it just creates a bigger and bigger problem that is harder for them to come back from. So here are the 3 signs that you need to stop lifting heavy. Number 1, you keep getting hurt all the time. This is something that could be basically just nagging injuries where you're getting like little elbow pains, knee pains, maybe even some lower back pain, or it could also be bigger injuries. And it can also be things like just feeling like achy all the time, feeling like an old person all the time, feeling like you need to do 30 minutes worth of mobility just to get ready for your workout every day. That's definitely not a normal thing that you should be dealing with all the time. And it's a sign that something's going on with your training that's kind of inappropriate for you or is too much for you at the time. So that's probably the biggest sign that I would say that you can look out for within yourself. Another thing that you can look out for, reason number 2, would be that you're not getting stronger. You're not progressing in the gym. You're just spinning your wheels. You're going in, you're lifting heavy every day, and you're not getting anywhere. The weight on the bar is just not going up. You're not getting any more reps with the same weight that you were last week. Things like that. On a consistent basis, if you're not getting stronger, that's probably a sign that there's something going on with the training or with the programming that is not right for you. And more often than not, it's because you just keep going in and trying maybe a 1 rep max, or you're just always staying in the 1 to 3 rep range, and you're never doing anything outside of that. You're always lifting to high intensity, and always trying to lift to failure with the weights that you're using, and it's just too heavy for you. So that's sign number 2. Sign number 3 would be that you're just not enjoying your training anymore. And so that's really something that I see a lot when people come to me, that they're saying, hey, you know what, I'm not really enjoying my training anymore. And it can stem a lot from the first 2 signs that I just sort of wrapped up for you guys. So if you're getting hurt all the time, or you're not feeling good physically, or you're not getting stronger in the gym, it can kind of feel like, what's the point of doing all this? So if you're not enjoying what's going on in the gym anymore, like you feel like it's a chore to get into the gym, that's definitely a sign that you're probably overreached, maybe overtrained at this point, that you're sort of digging yourself a bigger and bigger hole because of the fact that you're just always training way too hard and way too heavy. Now, it's easy enough for me to tell you the signs to look out for, but what are you going to do about it? So there's a few main things that I think are the cause of some of these signs starting to crop up for you guys. The first one is that there's something going on with your physiologic base. Something's off with your physiologic base. And what I mean by that is everybody sort of has a base physiology that forms the the basis of everything that we do in the gym, everything that we do in fitness. Everybody kind of thinks that fitness is the basis for life, but it's actually our physiology, what's going on the inside, what's going on the deeper level, that's going to allow us to actually perform and actually feel good when we work out. So whether it be something like gut health, whether it be something like just your nutrition is out of whack, whether it be something going on physiologically where your liver's having a hard time metabolizing some of the things that are going into your body, whatever the case may be, something's going on there that needs to be addressed. Another thing that I see is a lack of resiliency, and this can kind of go hand in hand with that physiological base, where something in your environment, something within your body is sort of just not conducive to performing well. Some people have a high resiliency, they're born with a high resiliency. Some people have low resiliency and they're born with a low resiliency. That doesn't mean you can't make a difference there. If you have low resiliency now, there's things you can do to bolster that, get yourself to a point where you can handle more stress, where you can handle harder training. But maybe right now, that's just not the case for you, and you need to figure out why that is the case. Another thing that I see really far too often with people where they're adding, all these high intensity, high strength workouts onto an imbalance or some sort of issue with their biomechanics that they're ignoring. So, maybe you have a hard time stabilizing at the shoulder. So, of course, that's going to lead to things like achy shoulder pain with the bench press, or some sort of elbow issue or something like that, because something else, another joint or another tissue, is having to take the brunt for the fact that you can't stabilize at the scapula. Maybe you're having a hard time sitting into your right hip when you squat. What's that going to cause? Probably going to cause some back pain or some knee pain, something like that. So a lot of times people gloss over and the assessment of biomechanics or the assessment of how somebody moves, when in reality that should form the basis of how you look at somebody and how you start to formulate a program for that person. Going hand in hand with that, poor programming. So if you're going with a program that is too high intensity for you, like I've been saying, or is giving you exercises that are inappropriate for what you can handle or what you need to keep progressing, you're going to run into a brick wall all the time. You're going to be spinning your wheels. You're not going to be progressing. You're going to be adding too much intensity onto, into a place where it's just not going to give you the results that you want. And then, the other thing that people overlook is just having poor lifestyle or having too much stress going on outside of the gym, which is going to spill over into your ability to progress in the gym. So if you're not doing the simple things like, sleeping well, having a good nutrition, making sure to keep your joints mobile and supple, if you're not getting sunlight from day to day, all these little things that we kind of gloss over can make a big impact on the way that you train and the way that you can sort of adapt to your training. And the same goes for stress. That's something that I probably don't have to touch too much on with you guys. Everybody knows what stress is. If you got too much stress going on, say from your job or all the responsibilities you have in everyday life, that's going to affect the stress that you get from training, because training is in and of itself a stress. So if you got too much stress somewhere else in the system, your body's going to say, hey, I can't really deal with also going heavy all the time in training because it's just too stressful. How do you go about fixing those things that I just talked about? Well, it kind of depends. It depends on what's going on with you, where the issue lies. Maybe it's one of those issues I just sort of listed out. We got to find the specific cause so that we can start to fix that sort of stuff and get you back to a place where you can train heavy again. My suggestion would be to find somebody who can help you with that. Find a coach, find a doctor, find a professional who can help you identify where the problem is, fix the problem, and then get you back into a training program that is adapted to you and is right for you, and progress you back to being able to lift heavy and hit PRs again. If you're interested, I definitely can help you with that kind of stuff. You can contact me through my website for online coaching, but I'm not the only one who does that kind of stuff. There's countless coaches out there that would be willing to help you with that. I'll throw my hat in the ring, but definitely don't just try to rely on yourself when it comes to fixing this kind of stuff, because it's all fine and good to want to try to take that bird's eye view to fix yourself, but it's a lot harder than it seems, and that's coming from some personal experience there. So Hope you guys found this video helpful. Hopefully not too many of you guys are dealing with what I just said, but if you are, definitely try to take the advice I gave. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to me on YouTube, follow me on Instagram. I'm going to try to pump out more content for you guys on a regular basis. If you like this video, just give me a like down below. Give me a like on Instagram, wherever you're watching this, and stay tuned for the next video. Thanks, you guys.